Shush, please. Hey guys, it's Ray from Otaku Logic, and seeing Fairy Tail Zero, I just have to say, like, it's just so interesting. Like, me, I love Fairy Tail. I'm a Fairy Tail fan, and then just seeing like the history of Fairy Tail, like how before Fairy Tail was made. And Mavis just happened to be one of my favorite characters, and then we're seeing so much character development happening with Mavis. It's just that. And we have different characters. It's just really, really good. So I know Fairy Tail Zero is just such a good, start to explaining the history of Fairy Tail and how Fairy Tail came to be and how Mavis came to be what she is today. So we get to see Mavis Bay of Fairy Tail Zero. Because people typically love Urza, but we see Mavis and we see how smart she is. Like, for a 13-year-old girl, she is crazy smart. Like, we know that Mavis is like young when she makes Fairy Tail. Like, it even says inside the description like 95 days before Fairy Tail was made. But like 13, I didn't know she was 13. I thought Lolly girls. I thought she was older than that. I thought she was at least like 21 or like something like that. But she's a 13-year-old little girl, and she is just so smart. Like, she's not like light Yagami or L smart or like Shikamaru smart, but she is very, very clever. I like the way how the creators like made her do this way. Like, made her so smart and explain her, like show how clever she is. So we have Makara's dad. I forgot his name, but we have him, Makara's dad, the blonde haired dude. He comes to Mavis. They're searching for the three guys that we saw for the last episode. They're searching for this Tenru Jade. The island Tenru Jade. And it's an S-class magical item. And they're searching for it. They need it because, it's an S-class magical item that can help them as wizards. And so he plays this game with Mavis. Where, I've played this game before, but he plays this game with Mavis where you gotta say one fact about the other person's appearance. Something fact about the other person, and you cannot lie. And if you lie, you automatically loses. You can't lie, and you can't say the same thing. There's another rule. You can't say a fact that applies to both of them. So I can't say. So if you're a male viewer out there, I can't say we're both male because I'm clearly male. But so you can't say there's one fact about them and you can't lie. And what the challenger does is he puts out this magical item that detects when somebody is lying. And I have to tell you, Mavis, she's just so clever. She reminds me of she reminds me of the siblings from No Game No Life. How she looks at the rules of the game and follows suit and then all these altercations. So like one thing that reminded me of like should be a part of No Game No Life was when he was like, okay, she looking around like, I have a advantage because this is this is she live at, so I can find out things about her, like her favorite color, her favorite food, what she had this morning to eat. And so he look around, he see that there's a bird there. That's the only animal present. So he was like, she must be a bird lover. So what he does, he was like, okay, I'm gonna go first. You are a bird. Before he would finish it, he says, wrong, incorrect. He's like, wait, what do you mean I'm wrong? He's like, there's no rule saying that you can't stop somebody in the middle of a sentence saying that they're incorrect. And by that logic, he was just saying that he was calling Mavis a bird, which is incorrect because Mavis is a human. So she was like, that's incorrect. I am not a bird. I am a human. So like, there's no rule. He was like, okay, let's change it. You have to wait until the other person finish the sentence. So he changed the rule. Scheming, but he changed the rule. And then he went on to say she went first, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna win the first round. And he's just like, this girl's so cocky, like how there's no way she can win. I've been playing this game since I was younger, and she said she won on the first round. I had never won on the first round. That's what is going through his mind. And he was like, okay, you blinked 57 times since this game started. And he's like, what? Is that true? Wait, what? How do you know? She counted how many times I blinked? And he's like, okay, you know what? The same applies to you, which is actually very false. I don't know why he said that, because scientifically, girls blink twice as much as guys. So by that logic, she should have blinked 114 times, but I don't know why. And actually, I should the same applies to you. She was like, wrong. I actually never blinked since the game started. So the whole time you just see her stare, just like, and she never blunked, but she started tearing and things like that. So yeah, that was very interesting. Like she's just so clever. So I like to see, and it's interesting because they built on this island in 7 years. Her and Zero built on this island in 7 years by themselves. The only two on this island, because they were survivor of the Blue Skull attacking the Red Lizard Guild, and they built on this island, and then all she read was books. Like this is a whole big library full of books, and she read most of them more than once. So for 7 years, she's just been studying and studying and studying and studying and studying. So at the end of the game, she said, "Okay, if you win, then I let you meet a fairy, and I get off the island." And then she's like, "Okay, if I win, you tell me what the Tenro Jade is." But they get interrupted by Warwick and the Master Hades. They get interrupted by Warwick and Master Hades, and they tell them like the jade has already been stolen. Mavis is like, "Oh yeah, most likely the Blue Skull Guild took that jade," and she was like, "Okay, well since you promised that you would maybe be a fairy, can I go with you? I need an adventure. I've been on the 7 years. I need a place. I want to see the outside world." So Zera the whole time, she's quiet, she's shy, so she gotta come, and she comes with her. So both of them leave the island. And what Mavis said something very interesting, because we know that Mavis is strong. We know she's one of the strongest people to ever, be in Fairy Tail, and we know she's the guild master. She's the first guild master of Fairy Tail. She helped create Fairy Tail, and we know that she's strong. But for her reaction there, she doesn't know magic yet. She doesn't know real, true magic. But what she did do is, since she read a lot of books, she has been studying on magic and how to basically military tactics against wizards who uses magic. Even though she doesn't know magic herself so far. Right now, she doesn't know magic. She has been studying how to go against wizards or using magic. So, she's a very clever person. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is her relationship with Zera. So, through these years, Zera and Mavis has grown to be close friends. Like, Mavis and Zera is like, "Well, Mavis, do you still remember that day 7 years ago?" She was like, "No, I don't forget it. I don't even consider that something bad." So, and Zera's just like, "Oh my, Mavis, you're so cute." So I just like the relationship that Zera and Mavis have now, even though despite the past that they've been through. So what do you think about Fairy Tail Zero? Do you like it? Do you enjoy it? I mean, I don't know. I'm excited for it. It has been Vera from Otaku Logic.